We're going to practice yoga for energy today. This will be a balancing vinyasa. And yoga is known to give us extra energy, so it's a good thing to do first thing in the morning. It's also wonderful to do, though, later in the day if you're starting to feel tired or sluggish.
Hi, I'm Nora from St. Louis, Missouri, and you're watching Fightmaster Yoga.
So we'll build some energy. We'll start off standing today. We'll come to the top of your mat and find Tadasana, mountain pose. You can have your feet apart, about as wide as your hips, or you can bring your big toes together, touching heels slightly apart. I like to keep my feet a little bit wide. It just feels a little better on my low back. So find what works for you. See that your second toes are pointed forward. Roll your shoulders back and down. Turn your palms to face the front of your mat. Close your eyes. And just take a moment here. Invite your body to drop into stillness. And invite your mind to arrive in the present moment. One of the gifts of yoga is that it helps us to be more present, more aware of what we're experiencing right now. So coming to your mat, coming to your body, coming to this moment, start to elongate your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. As you draw breath in, notice how the body naturally expands a bit. As you exhale the breath out, notice how there's an opportunity to soften. Take another full breath. And with your next inhalation, float your arms out and up overhead. As you breathe out, bring your palms together, lower your hands right in front of your chest. Inhale here, interlace your fingers, turn your palms to face forward. And as you exhale, push your hands forward, round your back, especially your upper back and shoulders. Inhale, take your arms overhead, palms will face the sky. Exhale, float them out and down. We'll move through that again. Inhale, circle arms out and up. Exhale, bring hands together at heart center. Inhale here, interlace your fingers. Exhale, push forward, round your back. Inhale, take your arms up. Now this time, as you exhale, release that interlace, soften your elbows, soften your knees, and fold over your legs. Inhale here, come up halfway. You can bring your hands to your shins, or you can come up onto your fingertips. Exhale, release, and fold back over your legs. We'll do that again. Inhale, come up halfway. Chest and crown of head forward. Exhale, release, head heavy. One more time. Inhale, half lift. This round, as you exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Step one foot back, then the other. Downward facing dog. So first down dog of our practice. Take a few breaths here. You can keep your eyes closed, or you might open them now, but continue to feel into your body and create any organic movement that feels good or feels beneficial. So whatever places feel tight, create a bit of movement into those places. Just mindful and aware of your body. With an inhalation, let's gradually shift the shoulders forward over the wrist, coming into plank pose. As you exhale, lift your hips up and back, returning to your down dog. Slow and steady. Inhale, shift forward. Keep your abdomen drawn up. Exhale, push back. Down dog. One more time, just like that. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale, push up and back. Now breathe in, come forward to plank pose. Hold here an extra breath. Option to modify by setting your knees down. With your next breath out, let's all set the knees down. Bend the elbows and slowly lower down to the ground. Make sure your elbows are pointing back as you lower. Press into the tops of your feet. With an in breath, lift your chest just slightly, low cobra. As you breathe out, curl your toes into the ground. You might push up to your knees first or through a plank position and back into down dog. Take a deep breath or two here. Holding your down dog, make sure your fingers are spread wide. Actively push your hands down into the ground. And next in breath, come up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. You can walk or you can hop your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale to that half lift position, long spine. Exhale, release back over your legs. Inhale, press down through your feet, come up to stand. Exhale, hands right in front of the chest. Inhale here, interlace your fingers. Exhale, push your hands forward, round your back. Breathe in, arms overhead. And exhale, fold forward and down. Adding to that last movement, inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, step back to down dog first. With your in-breath, shift forward, plank pose. Knees up or down, exhale, lower gently to the floor. Inhale, start with low cobra. Hold here as you breathe out. Option one, we stay here, especially if you have any low back issues. Option two, next breath in, straighten your arms. See that your knees and your thighs are lifted, up dog. Exhale, let's all push back to down dog. Take a deep breath in, full exhalation out. With your next in breath, raise your right leg up and back, lift from your inner thigh. Exhale, step your foot through between your hands. Turn your left heel down, come up into warrior two. And see that your right knee and right toes are pointing forward. With your next in-breath, straighten your leg, reach arms overhead. Exhale, re-bend your knees, sink back in. Same movement. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back into warrior. One more time, connecting movement with breath. Now hold your warrior two. Reach out in opposite direction through your fingertips. Relax your shoulders a bit away from your ears. With your next in-breath, wrap your left arm behind your back. Take your right hand up to the sky. Actively lift through your right side waist, stretching long into the side body. Your next inhalation, straighten out your right leg. Exhale, reach forward, coming into triangle pose. So your right hand can come to your shin, can come lower on your ankle or even the floor, or you can always rest your hand higher up on your thigh. Left arm is still wrapped behind the back. Roll your left shoulder back, option to look up toward the ceiling. Take another breath here. Next inhale, reach your left hand to sky, come all the way up. Rotate your right foot so that your feet are parallel and interlace your fingers at your low back. Breathe in, expand your chest. Breathe out, soften your knees and fold through your legs. As you come down, notice the tendency to strain the neck. Try to relax your neck and shoulders. Lift your hands a little higher away from your low back and bring the weight of your body into your toes. Take another breath and float your hands down. Walk them over to frame your right foot. Pivot into a low lunge. So hands frame that right foot. Step your right foot back, come directly into plank pose. Hold here, inhale. Knees can come down if you want. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, cobra, or option to move into up dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Hold your down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath. Press your hips up and back. And your next inhalation, raise your left leg to sky. Exhale, step up between your hands. Turn your right heel down, rise into warrior two. And we check with that left knee, make sure it's pointing forward. Make sure it's not caving inward toward the big toe side of the foot. Next inhalation, straighten your left leg, arms overhead. Exhale, re-bend your knee, sink back in. Inhale, come up. And exhale to lower. One more time. Present to what you're feeling in your body right now. And hold this warrior two. Take a few breaths. Look past your left fingertips. Soften the expression on your face. And stay here in your legs. Wrap your right arm behind your back. Take your left hand to sky. Variation of reverse warrior. Bend that left knee a little deeper. Lift out of your left side waist. Hold here, inhale and exhale. The next breath in, straighten out your left leg. Exhale, reach as far forward as you can. Set your hand down. Shin, ankle, floor. Maybe you want to bring it a little higher up to the top of the thigh. Just make sure you're not pushing on your knee. Now press into the mound of your left big toe. Firm the top of your thigh. Lean back, roll your right chest back. Option to gaze up toward the ceiling or the sky if you're practicing this outside. Take another breath. Then reach your right hand toward the sky. Lift up. Coming back to an upright position. Turn your left foot. Feet parallel. And this time just rest your hands onto your hips. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are lined up with each other. Breathe in, expand chest. Breathe out, hinge at your hips and fold. Hands come down to the ground. You can always bend your knees a bit here if you need to. Now, if you're feeling more open, walk your fingertips in line with your toes. Shift forward, bend your elbows, and start to release the crown of your head toward the ground. Take another 2 breaths. Let your upper back round. Shoulder blades separate. Next inhalation, push into the floor, lift halfway. Exhale, walk your hands over to frame your left foot. And as you do so, transition into that low lunge. Now, when ready, step your left foot back, come into plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga, modify as needed. Inhale, you can stay with cobra or come into up dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths here. At any moment, if you feel tired, you can always sit back into a child's pose. So feel free to take rest as needed. 2 more breaths. If you're holding your down dog, see that your feet are at least hips width distance. If you have a lot of tightness in the backs of your legs, you can actually open your feet wider apart and take a little bend in the knees. That can help you to lift your hips and lengthen out your spine. We'll come back to down dog if not already there. Breathe in. Exhale, look forward, walk or hop your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, bring hands together at heart. Inhale, interlace fingers. Exhale, push away from your chest. Breathe in, stretch arms up. And exhale, release the interlace, fold back over your legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. With an in-breath, shift forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows point back. Inhale, back bend of choice, up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Take a breath. And we have a little bit more standing here. With an in-breath, raise your right leg to sky. Exhale, try to step your foot inside of your right thumb. So that foot will be a little bit over to the right side of your mat. Turn your left heel down. See that your left toes are pointed up toward the left-hand corner of your mat. Come into warrior one. So chest faces forward. As much as possible, those hips are squared forward as well. From your warrior, reach your hands to your low back. Interlace your fingers there. Big breath in, expand your chest. Exhale, lean forward. Fold to the inside of your right thigh. So we're coming into humble warrior. Now, as you fold, you might notice that right hip wants to sway out to the side. Instead, pull that hip in, lift through your belly, and keep pushing into the outer edge of your left heel. Take another in-breath. Exhale, we'll release. Bring both hands inside of that right foot. Walk your right foot over a few inches toward the outer edge of your mat. Lift your left heel, and you might need to kind of scooch that left foot back a little bit. Set your left knee down. Left hand stays down. Inhale, reach right hand to sky. And as you do so, roll your right chest back. Now, option one, stay here. Option two, pick up your left foot. Try to reach back, catch hold of the foot, and draw your heel in toward your sitting bone. Just an option. 2 more breaths. Big expansion for the front line of the body. Now, if you have hold of that left foot, very gently let go, set the foot, the hand back down to the ground, and step into downward facing dog. Option here. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Exhale, bend elbows, chaturanga. Inhale to back bend, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, back into down dog. So explore all of that on the second side. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, place your foot inside of your left thumb. Right heel down. Again, right toes face that upper right corner of the mat. Come up into warrior one. Chest faces forward. We pull that left hip back and firm it in. From your warrior one, we take humble warrior. Reach your hands to your low back, interlace your fingers. Big breath in, expand your chest. Exhale, start to lean forward. Fold inside of your left knee. So ideally that left shoulder starts to come down inside of the knee. Notice that tendency for the hip to pop out. Keep drawing the hip in. Lift your hands and soften your neck muscles. Hold your humble warrior, inhale. Exhale, set both hands down inside of your left foot. Heel toe that left foot over, lift your right heel, so you're in a wide lunge, then set the right knee down to the ground. Left hand to sky. Roll your left shoulder back. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, pick up that right knee, reach back, catch hold of the foot, and start to draw the heel in toward the sitting bone. I don't know how this feels for you, but for me, this is exactly what I needed today. Couple more breaths, just opening the front body. And if you have that foot, slowly release it. Bring your hand back down and step back, downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in, full exhalation out. From down dog, let's shift forward into plank. Moving into side plank, you have a couple options here. Option 1, bring your right knee down as you reach your left hand to sky. Option 2, roll to the outer edge of your right foot. You can stagger your feet so your left foot is in front, or you can bring your left foot on top. Lift through your hips, reach your left arm up and overhead. Now you can stay here. Option to add on again. Wild thing, step your left foot behind your right leg. Lift your chest and your front body toward the sky. Keep reaching that left arm up and over. Take another full breath. And wherever you have gone, let's come back. Set your hand down. Push into down dog. Optional vinyasa. Or if you're feeling a little bit breathless, optional child's pose. Let's take 1 or 2 slow, steady breath cycles. And if you're not in down dog, please return. We'll try that on the second side. So we start with side plank. Remember, option 1, we bring that left knee down to the ground. Option 2, shift to the outer edge of your left foot. Stagger your feet so your right foot is in front. Option 3, we stack that right foot. Lift through your hips. Reach your top arm forward. And see that you're extending through your fingertips. Lots of energy through the body here. Now you can stay. This is wonderful. Option to add on again. Bend that right knee. Step the right foot behind the left leg. Lift your hips higher toward the ceiling or the sky and open up the front body. Deep breath. Then slowly come back. Try to move with control. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And take a deep breath in. Let it go as you breathe out. And one more full breath. Set your knees down to the ground. Cross your ankles. Sit back and take your legs out in front of you. And move yourself to about the center of your mat. From here, we'll take the leg, the right leg, out to the side at about a 45-degree angle. Bend your left knee and draw your left heel toward your sitting bone. Reach your right hand up to the sky. Lean over that right leg. And it really doesn't matter where you hold. So you can hold your shin. You might be able to reach for your foot. You might even use a strap here. Whatever you want to do. Left arm to sky. Roll that left shoulder back. Option 1, remain here. Option 2, if you can keep your chest open, sweep that left bicep alongside the ear. Continue to lean back, opening the front side of the body, as well as lengthening the left side. So when we do lateral positions, it can help to increase feelings of motivation and enthusiasm, excitement for life. With an in-breath, reach through that left hand, come back up. Rest your hands on your knees. Take a moment, notice what you feel. So constantly in yoga, coming back to the present. And when ready, we'll change sides. Extend out through your left leg, bend your right knee. Reach your left hand to sky, big breath in. Exhale, lean over the leg. And place your hand wherever you comfortably can. And take right arm to sky. Roll that right chest back. You might stay here, keeping the chest, the collarbones open. Option 2, bring your bicep next to your ear. Maybe lean a little bit farther, stretching deeper into the side body. Take another 2 or 3 breaths. Present to your experience right here, right now. And with an in-breath, come back up. Rest your hands on your knees. Again, just take a moment, notice what you feel. And we'll bend the left knee and bring the soles of the feet together, touching. Hold on to the fronts of your ankles or your shin bones. Try to sit up as tall as possible. Press your chest forward. So rather than folding here, we're actually kind of leaning back a bit, opening the chest and front shoulders. And bring your chin softly toward your chest. Roll your left ear toward your left shoulder. Take a couple deep breaths into right side neck. And bring your chin back toward your chest. Roll your right ear toward your right shoulder. Let's take a couple breaths into the left side neck. And then roll your chin back toward your chest and gently lift your head to a neutral position. Bring your knees together and come to lie down on your back. And as you are releasing down, bend your knees. Keep your left foot where it is, cross your right ankle, top of left thigh, coming into thread the needle pose. Then reach, if you can, to hold the back of your left thigh or even your left shin bone. Press your right knee away from your shoulder and make sure you're flexing that right ankle. Just take a couple breaths, releasing the outer hip and the low back. And from this position, we'll set the left foot back down to the floor. Reach your arms out to either side. Let your legs drop to the left. So I know this seems counterintuitive, but we're dropping the knees to the left. And if you can, plant the sole of your right foot on the floor. Reach your left hand to hold that right ankle. So the right foot is planted. Then press your right knee away from your body. So you're moving the knee forward. Notice how that feels in the body. A little bit different part of the hip to stretch. Take another breath. Then slowly unwind from that twist. Uncross the right ankle and set your right foot down. Then we'll change sides. So starting with thread the needle, cross that left ankle, top of right thigh. You can stay here, just pushing the knee forward, or to go deeper, reach and hold the right leg. Flex your ankle and take slow breaths into the left outer hip. add to this shape. So keeping that left ankle crossed, set your right foot down to the ground, reach your arms out, letting the shoulders roll open. Drop your legs over to the right side. Try to plant the sole of your left foot on the ground. If you're able to, reach your right hand to hold on to that ankle. Then actively push the left knee forward, away from your body, and breathe. The most important part of the practice is the breath. After this round, we'll unwind, uncross the ankle, pull your knees to your chest, or you can add in any other symmetrical, gentle movement for the body. And when you feel ready, when you feel satisfied, extend your legs forward, slide your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Settle your head and neck into a comfortable position and let your eyes close. Let your breathing just soften, body soft. Rest awareness in the present moment.
Our quote today is from an anonymous person. It's not about being good at something. It's about being good to yourself. Quiet mind, quiet body, Shavasana, rest.
And take a couple deeper breaths. Start to come back. If it feels good, reach your arms over your head. Take a big stretch for your body. And bring your knees to your chest. Roll to one side and press up. Come to any comfortable seat that works for you. And close your eyes again. Bring your hands together. Gently bow your head. And take your hands to your forehead for clear and loving thoughts. Hands to heart for clear and loving intentions. Hands to your mouth for clear and loving communications, sending this positive energy out to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Great job today. Good work showing up on your mat. It's wonderful to have a consistent daily practice. You'll find that you have more energy consistently throughout the day. I've put together a 90-day program, and I'd love to have you join the first 3 days for free. If you'd like to join, there is a link in the description of the video, as well as a link in the pinned comments. And if you'd like to stay on YouTube, I think you might like this video.